In the early days, there were no cell phones, satellite phones, or GPS messaging systems. Venturing into the backcountry meant total isolation from help. But in many ways, that forced us to be more self-reliant and mindful of safety. Back then, search and rescue operations were either minimal or non-existent. Today, teams are called out far too frequently, often for situations that could have been avoided. Genuine emergencies, such as serious injuries or medical crises, remain the understandable exceptions. Getting lost is the most common issue faced in the outdoors, particularly in regions like British Columbia. If you spend enough time in the wilderness, chances are you'll eventually get disoriented or temporarily lost. Getting lost often stems from overconfidence in our natural sense of direction and a lack of proper navigational skills. Fortunately, with the right tools and training, finding your way should cost nothing more than a bit of time. In my view, navigation is the most critical skill for any wilderness outing. It greatly reduces the risk of facing a true survival situation. When I refer to a real survival situation, I'm not talking about testing your ability to live off the land with minimal gear. I mean a scenario where your life is genuinely at risk due to unforeseen circumstances. Avoiding getting lost can drastically cut down on search and rescue incidents, and the high costs, both financial and human, that come with them. It's important to remember, not every rescue ends well. Some have serious, even fatal, consequences. Take navigation seriously now, before you find yourself in trouble, forced to make that difficult, and potentially embarrassing, call for help. And keep in mind, in some cases, calling for help might not even be an option. For instance, getting lost in the wilderness, especially in British Columbia, can quickly turn deadly without proper preparation or a fast rescue, largely due to exposure. What I've always prioritized most is being appropriately dressed and carrying essential gear for worst-case conditions. A sleeping bag, for example, is far more reliable than depending solely on fire and shelter. To me, the goal of clothing and gear is full self-sufficiency against the elements. Many claim fire is the most important survival tool for exposure, but I disagree. Even in sub-zero temperatures, insulation is what truly matters. Unlike fire, it requires no ongoing effort, just a bit of extra weight in your pack, which is well worth a warm night's sleep. While fire can boost morale and save lives, without proper cover and insulation, it's not enough. A tarp or plastic sheet provides faster, more reliable wind and rain protection than trying to build a shelter from natural materials, which takes time and energy that's better conserved. Most TV shows and survival videos prioritize entertainment over accurate outdoor skills, often exaggerating for views. As a result, many people believe in survival myths that seem reliable but haven't been tested or proven in real-life situations. The problem is, it spreads dangerous myths that people assume will work in an emergency, without ever testing them for themselves. In my area, drowning is a major issue. Many of the deaths are due to swimming accidents, and people not wearing personal flotation devices when fishing in small 12-foot boats that are easy to tip over or fall out of. We once had a first-hand experience where two older adults fell out of their small boat in a cold mountain lake, neither of them wearing life jackets. Thankfully, we were nearby and able to pull them to safety using our own 12-foot boat. Honestly, without that help, it's doubtful they would have made it to shore on their own. I'm all for personal freedom, but I've suggested to a few people my age that wearing a life jacket might be a smart move. The usual response? I can swim. But here's the thing, your swimming ability at 30 isn't the same as it is at 70, especially if you haven't been in the water for years. At that point, you might as well not know how to swim at all. Age and physical condition matter more than most people think when it comes to safety outdoors, especially as water is not our natural environment. This isn't meant to deter anyone from enjoying the outdoors, but to encourage respect for it and a focus on safety. Nature can be unpredictable, and even a minor accident, like a small cut from an axe that's no big deal at home, can turn serious in the backcountry, where medical help is hours away. Your survival, and the survival of those with you, depends on smart decisions made with real knowledge and experience. But remember, the real secret to survival is avoiding a real survival situation in the first place.
It's alright, it's okay.